Hey everyone, in this video I'll be talking more about animal consumption and its consequences. So animals being raised for food, often, especially in factory farms, are being injected with toxins, fillers, antibiotics, all of these things, and even coloring and dyes to make the meat look more healthy and well. So we're eating that when we eat these animals. Also, these animals are living in terrible living conditions. They are being enslaved and they're living in terror and fear, which affects their hormones and that affects their cells and the energy. And we, as animal consumers, will eat that as well. We'll eat all of those things. Animals often in these factory farms have cancers and different diseases, different toxins and things that, again, we will consume and feed to our families. So there is an energetic component to the food that is definitely, in my opinion, a very low vibe. And why would we want to put that into our bodies? Another thing about animal raising for food is the amount of water and the amount of pollution that these farming practices affect and put onto our environment, onto our world. So just to produce like a hamburger or some meat takes so many gallons of water, where if we could refocus our energy on less animal consumption, less factory farming, we could put that water into other things like growing grains and things that can really feed greater amounts of our population. So this addiction to animal foods and animal products is actually creating a lot of pollution in our environment. They say that animal factory farming creates more pollution than automobiles, planes, and all of these things combined. Just how a lot of these slaughterhouses, the wastes and the animal excrements get into our water systems, into our rivers and our streams. I used to be a raft guide and kayaking instructor on the East Coast, and we had to stop a lot of our commercial rafting and guiding adventures because the rivers were so badly contaminated from the excrements from all the pig farms in the area. And from a spiritual and an emotional and mental perspective as well, to be participating in these mass murdering of these animals. And these animals have feelings. They want to care for their young. They enjoy feeling at peace and these kinds of things too. And a lot of these animals are being raised in these tiny, tiny pens, can't even move or walk or experience fresh air. So this is hundreds and thousands of beings in the factory farm industry that are being manufactured for their meat. So there is a lot to swallow with all of this. But the reason I became a vegetarian, I was a child and had a pet fish and some other pets. And one day we were served like fish or shrimp or something, and there was still some feces that I recognized, and just made that vow to myself that I didn't want to eat anything that pooped. I didn't want to eat anything that was breathing and living like me. And I've survived. I've been okay. I'm feeling pretty healthy. Sure, I've had some health complications, which I'll share in some other videos, but I have adapted with my diet and my lifestyle and my practices such as yoga, meditation, and supplementation and food to live at my greatest vitality, live my best life. So these are some of the things that are, need to be considered in our food choices and the effects on the environment or the effects on your body, and what are you really eating? What are you really ingesting into your body? So I guess the main thing is to do the best that you can in your food choices. But if you are going to be eating animal products, please ensure that you are choosing products that have ethical practices. There are animal products that come from ethical farms where animals aren't injected with hormones, aren't injected with different meat plumping toxins. You know, some of these animals are pumped with so much hormones just so, and they have their lifespan shortened just so they can develop faster and gain weight faster, so they are ready for slaughter sooner. Just to increase more production, where if an animal had its full life range, it could be twice or 3 times as long until it's mature enough or heavy enough or has enough flesh to be slaughtered and prepared for food. There are also so many issues and research that supports that heavy meat eating in the diet is related to colon cancer. So the way our colons and our digestive systems are made, they're much, much longer than carnivorous species. So meat takes so much longer to digest in our bodies that they can even get stuck in, the meat can get stuck into the grooves, the intestines, and cause all these different cancers and digestive issues, colon cancer. Heavy meat diets are also related to high blood pressure, you know, diabetes, all these different prostate cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer, arthritis, obesity, so many different chronic diseases can be traced back to the American standard diet with the heavy meats and the heavy animal products. You know, I really do think that eating animals daily is also a moral issue. If you can, try to take some time to transition your diet into a more plant-based diet. You will experience a lot of health benefits, and you'll be benefiting our environment, the health of our water, our streams, our air quality, and even our mental health and consciousness as a collective. Another thing about meat eating is how it disrupts the stomach acid in the body and causes more acidosis in the body. It'll affect the pH balance in the body, and this is going to create a lot of the root causes to these chronic diseases that so many people are plagued with, these autoimmune diseases and chronic diseases. A lot of it has to do with the body being too acidic, and eating meat, you know, the body wasn't designed to have that much acid in the body, and to detoxify with all these different additives and hormones and things injected into the meat, that gets into our bloodstream and our systems and causes toxic overload. You know, eating high animal product in your diet can also affect the hormones in your body. I just wanted to share with you a few other things as to why it's a good idea to decrease the animal products you are adding into your diet and your family's diet. I am here to support you in any way that I can. Cognitive behavioral change is a process to help you to shift your perspective and start to engage like your mental commitment to the lifestyle changes that you may be wanting to make for your health. But I promise you, you will experience a radical change in your perspective, in your clarity, in your mental health, and in your physical health if you start to decrease the use of animal products in your diet. Thank you for watching this video. I look forward to sharing with you more on nutrition and diet and how eating to live versus living to eat can be such a radical shift that will enhance your life, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Thank you.